Hey y'all, Billy Thompson here. If you're looking to fix up your truck, figure out what that weird noise is, or just learn a thing or two about keeping your car running right, you've come to the right place. I keep it simple, straight up, and hands-on. Go ahead and give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And let's get to work. Enough jawing, let's dive in.
Fault code P0711 sounds like transmission fluid temperature sensor, circuit performance range. Often, in OBD2 scanner software, the name may have the English spelling, transmission fluid temperature, TFT, is sensor, circuit range performance. Technical description and decoding of error P0711. This diagnostic fault code, DDC, is a generic transmission code. Error P0711 is considered a generic code as it applies to all vehicle makes and models, although the specific repair steps may vary slightly depending on the model. The transmission fluid temperature sensor, TFT, is part of the transmission fluid pressure valve, TFP. It is a thermistor that changes value depending on the temperature. As the temperature increases, the resistance decreases, and as the temperature decreases, the resistance increases. The PCM supplies a 5V reference signal to the sensor and measures the voltage drop in the circuit. When the transmission fluid is cold, the sensor's resistance is high and the PCM detects a high voltage signal. As the fluid temperature warms up to normal operating temperature, the resistance decreases and with it the signal voltage. This sensor is used by the PCM or MTC to determine the temperature of the automatic transmission fluid. The signal is used to determine the best shift points and adjust the line pressure. In operation, this will cause the control module, PCM or TCM, to engage the torque converter clutch, TCC, earlier and disengage the overdrive gear. This is done to lower the fluid temperature if it becomes higher than normal. This code is set if the sensor circuit is not within the operating range stored in the PCM/TCM memory. Sometimes the problem can be due to internal mechanical problems within the transmission. But more often, the P0711 error is a problem with the electrical circuit of the TFPS sensor. This should not be ignored, especially when dealing with an occasional problem. Troubleshooting actions may vary depending on the manufacturer, type of TFPS sensor, and wire colors. They can also manifest as the check engine control lamp on the instrument panel will illuminate. The code will be stored in the ECM memory as a fault. The car starts in second or third gear, emergency mode. Unable to change gear. The transmission shifts hard or slips. Transmission overheating. Converter lock-up clutch engagement and disengagement problem. Increased fuel consumption. As the severity of the P0711 error is high, it is advisable to correct the problem as soon as possible. Prolonged ignoring of the problem can lead to more extensive and expensive repairs. Over time, the vehicle's performance may deteriorate to such an extent that it simply cannot be driven. Causes of the error: the P0711 code could mean that one or more of the following problems have occurred. Possible earth short circuit in the TFT sensor signal circuit. Possible failure of the TFT sensor, internal short circuit. ATF transmission fluid is contaminated or low. Clogged or blocked transmission fluid passages. Mechanical failure inside the transmission. Sometimes the cause is a faulty PCM module. How to eliminate or clear fault code P0711. Some suggested steps for troubleshooting and correcting fault code P0711. Change the ATF fluid and filter. Top up the transmission fluid to the required level. Flush to clean the transmission's internal pipes. Test, if necessary, by replacing the faulty transmission fluid temperature sensor. Troubleshoot mechanical faults inside the transmission. Check connectors and wiring. Intermittent or replacement PCM. Always check the technical service bulletins, TSB, for your particular vehicle first. Problem P0711 may already be a known problem with a known fix issued by the manufacturer. This can save you time and money during diagnosis. Disconnect the connector and carefully inspect the terminals inside the connector. See if they look burnt or have a green tinge that indicates corrosion. If the terminals need cleaning, use an electrical contact cleaner and a plastic bristle brush. Leave to dry and apply electrical grease to the contact areas of the terminals. Using a diagnostic tool, clear the fault codes from the memory and see if error P0711 returns. If the code returns, we will have to test the TFT sensor and associated circuits. Wiring test with the ignition key off, disconnect the electrical connector from the TFT sensor. Connect a digital voltmeter. The black wire to ground and the red wire to the signal terminal on the TFT sensor's wiring harness connector. Check sensor connect one ohmmeter cable to the signal terminal on the TFT sensor and the other cable to ground. Check the resistance according to the manufacturer's specifications. Wiggle the connector on the transmission fluid temperature sensor, checking the resistance. If the ohmmeter reading differs from the manufacturer's recommendation, replace the TFT sensor. If you're not sure, seek the assistance of a qualified vehicle diagnostic (IAN). In which vehicles is this problem most common? The problem with the P0711 code can occur in a variety of cars, but there are always statistics on which this error occurs most frequently. Here's a list of some of them. Fault code P0711, transmission fluid temperature sensor. In conclusion, understanding fault code P0711 is crucial for maintaining your vehicle's transmission health. This code indicates an issue with the transmission fluid temperature sensor, circuit, which can lead to performance problems if not addressed. Regular diagnostics and timely repairs can prevent further complications and ensure your vehicle operates smoothly. If you encounter this code, consider consulting a professional to accurately diagnose and resolve the issue. Thank you for watching, and stay informed about your vehicle's performance.